Hey everyone. It's been a while. Hope you missed me just like I missed you. So as you can see today, I had the thought of what I'm talking about now as I was preparing to go to the gym. So I thought, let me deal with it now before I go to the gym. All right. So I'm going to be very brief. I want to push a few things, across. Those who are on my Facebook page, Marriage Affairs with Pastor X, I'm sure you've seen. I've posted that, and also those who are on our podcast, the WhatsApp database, they've received it already. So, but I'm sure you will also take pleasure in getting the detail behind what I said, because on those platforms I only sent it as in point forms. So now I'm going to elaborate a little bit on each of those points. So what I'm talking about is dealing with marital issues in a matured way. How do you do it in a matured way, a way that will make sure ukuthi at the end of it, and to talk or to argue, you still are able to go and share a bed, share a room, stay in the same house and be okay. All right. So one of the things that I spoke about, I mentioned, is that when you want to resolve issues, make sure that you deal with one issue at a time. Okay. And sometimes I know the temptation will be there to link one issue to another. So for instance, if you are dealing with drinking, all right, don't link the drinking to the coming home late. So you need to make a choice. You need to decide, what issue do I want to address? What is appropriate now? What is ideal now? What is it that is bothering me now? And then you can be able systematically to add other issues that are connected to this. Now, here is the best thing. If you want to connect a thought, all right, so instead of saying the drinking, the coming home late, find one theme, okay, that is an issue. So what is an issue about those things? The issue is you feel neglected, all right, you feel unsafe, and the issue is you feel not valued. All right. So under those, why do you feel unvalued? Why do you feel neglected? And what has resulted to that? And then you can be able to link those. But if your issue is the fact that your partner drinks, and then you deal with that issue, one issue at a time, you exhaust that issue, and then you can move to the next issue. That makes it a little bit easier. But also, especially for men, it becomes absorbable, if there's a term like that. It's easy for me to grasp what you are saying, the essence of the issue, as opposed to now, I'm dealing with one issue, and then the next minute I'm dealing with that, I'm dealing with that, and then that becomes a problem, and then it becomes this huge thing that I can't comprehend in my head, and I'm struggling now to know, how do I answer, which one do I deal with? All right, so that is the first thing that I want us to keep in mind in dealing and addressing marital issues in a matured way. The other thing is, let's deal with the problem, not a person. So if the problem is that your partner, your wife, for an example, is controlling or disrespectful, okay, let's talk about the disrespect, the aspects of it, without bringing and dragging the person into what the issue is, into what the problem is. Let's isolate the things. It's easier now for you to be able to address, even your partner to engage with you, because we're dealing with a problem. Remember, we are a team. So the problem in the house is that there's disrespect, and that disrespect comes from your side. Now, let's take disrespect. Let's understand what disrespect is. Let's understand what respect is, because we have to take the two. And then let's understand also the expectations of the person who feels disrespected. What is it that they expect? Okay. Is there another way of them viewing what they feel is disrespect. So the issue here is, let's deal with the problem, what the problem is, okay? Because sometimes we tend to personalize issues, like it's your problem. Yes, it might be my problem, but can we not deal with me? Can we deal with the problem and address the problem? Because that problem is not something that is unique to me. It's something that anyone else, including yourself, can be able to do it. You could have a different problem than the problem that I'm having, and you wouldn't also like it if I'm personalizing that problem and dealing with you as opposed to the problem. Okay, I'm going to explain a little bit further on this issue when we talk character just now. So the other thing that you need to be able to address when you are dealing with issues in a mature way is that deal with the behavior. Remember, I said the problem. The problem could be just a once-off habit or a repetitive habit, but it's not really a behavior as yet. A behavior now, it's when this habit is starting to be occurring, a lot, and also the person seems not to see a problem with it. So you might find the problem is that I came back home late. I'm making just an example. And I come back, I apologize, and then 2 days later, I'm not going anywhere. I want to redeem myself. Now it becomes a behavior if every weekend I'm out. Every single weekend, come Friday, you'll see me on Sunday evening or Monday morning for that matter, others. So when you deal now with that, let's deal with the behavior. What is the problem here? The problem is the unbecoming behavior of somebody who's behaving and acting single while they are married. All right? Now, when you deal with the behavior, let's put the character of a person aside. Let's not attack the character of a person. Let's not attack who we are, because the character of a person is who I am. For instance, as a pastor, you cannot come now to me when you want to address a certain behavior and you say, what kind of a pastor are you? You get me, all right? So if, for instance, you see me urinating on the wall, I'm making that example because most men are culprits of that. You see me urinating on the wall. The issue here is the behavior. Where you're saying X, doing that is wrong. Doing that is inappropriate. Inappropriate. Monday and English, kuri. Okay, it's inappropriate to do that. Leave my character on the side. Now, you can't say, Oguchi, that is disgusting for a pastor. All right? So, you need to be able to put a character, your partner's character on the side and be able to address the behavior. This is now where most marriages, most couples, are dying from attacking characters. You find a guy finding a wife, flirting and calling a wife, his wife, a bitch, with febe and all those things. Now, you are not now addressing the problem or the behavior of your partner flirting with other men. Now you are attacking the character of your partner, okay? Because genuinely speaking, if you're saying your partner is febe, for me that says a lot about you then. Because if you're saying, was this febe? Packing your bags and leaving is one thing. People that I'm talking about, like, was this febe? Go 3 in the afternoon, and then 8 o'clock at night, they want to have sex with the very same person that they were calling a bitch. Now, that doesn't make sense. So, put the character on the side and deal with the behavior. All right? The behavior, now, it makes it easier because now the person doesn't feel attacked who they are. They feel now that there's an issue that they can also be able to separate the two. This is me, this is who I am, and this is the problem that my partner has with me in terms of how I relate and how I behave. And it's something that they are not pleased with, all right? And then the other thing that I just want to quickly talk about is when we deal with issues, can we deal with specifics? Let's not generalize issues. Be specific. Don't say when you are with your family, you start treating me otherwise. What is otherwise? Okay, that's one. Number two, when I'm with my family, when, in what instances? All right, because chances are I'm not always with my family. Chances are I'm with my family. For instance, if it's a funeral or if it's some serious gathering, obviously I might not have, enough attention that I give you, but also maybe I'm not even aware of the kind of attention that you require. So let's be specific. When you are with your family during monthly gatherings and luncheons with the family, you tend to be this and that and that. When you are with your friends, you tend to make inappropriate jokes about me or inappropriate jokes that I'm not comfortable with as your partner. Be specific. Understand? Let's deal with a specific issue and not generalize, because sometimes when you generalize, now you're leaving it up to me to assume what you're probably talking about, and it's never good. And then the last thing that I want to put across, and then I'll leave you guys, is that let's deal with the facts as opposed to dealing with judgment and assumptions. Let's talk facts. What you are saying, what you are about to address, is it factual? Can it be proven? You understand? If you're saying, Uguti, you never talk to me in the mornings, is it something that is factual? Is it something that also you have addressed before, or maybe not addressed, you have raised before? Because sometimes that's what makes it to be factual. Because I have said to you, you doing 1, 2, 3, I don't feel comfortable with it. But at that time when I was raising it, I was just raising it as a concern. I was not raising it as an issue. And now when I'm raising it now as an issue, then I'm giving you facts as opposed to judgmental point of view or assumptions. The worst thing that can destroy your marriage is using assumptions based on things that you don't have facts, or assumptions based on hearsay. You hear people saying this, meaning that you don't trust me as your partner enough. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. I hope you guys, you'll enjoy that session and you have a blessed day ahead. And remember, if you need any of my books, you can go on my website, www.xhm.co.za, or you can click right at the bottom here. There's a button that says subscribe, and then you can be able to get notifications for everything that I talk about every time I post something. God bless you, and until next time, ciao.